No, I wasn't. Don't reveal this story. Yes, if you were Timmy the Troll.
Some people have like different personalities and they don't all get along.
PowerMedia.com.
All right. And you were saying, TK, no matter what we do?
We were just lamenting that with this new Zoom technology, we're able to just get people together, right? You can join from your house, you can join from your phone. Hey, how easy is that, right? But the truth is, the technology is amazing, but people are exactly the same.
Right.
It's not like all of us, right? It's not like all of a sudden this new technology was invented and now people are amazing and responsible.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. See, this is what I like about TK is he's kind of like the wise karate kid, the guy that sort of has Miyagi. Yeah, he's got the Mr. Miyagi little aspect going on where he kind of knows because he told me from the get-go, don't have too many moving parts, i.e. don't have too many people that you got to depend on to come into the show. And
have you ever tried, have you ever in your life when you were a little kid, have you ever gotten together an entire game of baseball? Yeah,
right, exactly. All 9 players.
Oh, on both teams?
Yeah, and everything. Yeah, this is true. This has never happened. Right? It happens in the movies, though, on the Sandlot.
Yeah, when are you going to get 18 children to show up at the same location, play by rules, and like have equipment? This is not possible.
They're going to be too busy giving beef stew. And
that's why when you look at like what are the playground sports that evolve, they have, it's like one person is it. You don't want to be it.
Yeah, right.
It's like, oh, I get this game.
And any number of people can almost play that. Yeah.
That's actually like in 6th grade, when I was in 6th grade, the entire 6th grade class played one huge game of it. And we were running around the whole thing, and it was crazy.
Yes.
You always had to be on the lookout. And it sucked for me because the boys would always do those trick shots where they would stop and then they'll run the other direction, and I had to slow down because I wasn't very athletic, and they would laugh at me, but I was like, I'm still going to get you, and I got them. But it was really cool when we all of us got together.
And here's another thing. Did anyone ever have to teach you how to play?
No.
How does this happen?
It was generic, yeah. It was ingrained from birth or something.
Like, I don't understand. Like, we just, all kids know how to play tag.
It was automatic.
And
preschool knew it even.
I feel like if you didn't know, you'd look at it and you're like, oh, I get it. I get what's happening here. Like, you don't need thinking. You just see it and you're like, I know what it is. Yeah. Like,
how about this? We're too old for TikTok. Maybe that's why I can't understand how my most epic of epic TikToks, what is it?
Not true.
That's not the reason that it only
I see old people all over my For You page. And there's this dude teaching us about chopsticks, and everyone's like, we love this. This is the content we signed up for.
But, but the itchy butt is, if that's not comedy viral material, I give up.
Yeah, you know what? I think it was too. I know this is okay. Now we're getting into the weeds of why didn't Dan's itchy butt video?
Yes, these are important things to my psyche.
Blow up both literally and metaphorically on the internet. And you know what it was? I know this is going to sound real technical, but like in a couple of your videos, you couldn't see the sign of this location.
That's true. Yeah. So then it didn't really make sense.
Yeah. Then it's
why I was digging my butt. Yes.
Right. You just come on the camera. You get this weird look on your face, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then
who's the old homeless guy scratching his derriere?
Which is funny on another level. You know, it's like before. It's like people saw the. You know, if you watch the TikTok it had the aspect ratio where you could see
correct. Yeah.
the sign.
Then when I was trying to share it, and yes, okay.
We gotta go into commercials.
Technically true. Okay, when we get back, we're gonna do Quaranqueen, which is a parody of Dancing Queen dealing with the quarantine. This is good stuff. And this went viral. He's got 1 million views. So stay tuned for Quaranqueen. Aloha, we're back here on the Just Say Yo Comedy Show, and we're talking some comedy things and some plans for the future and some good stuff. And this is a Dancing Queen parody, and we like parodies because eventually we will have a contest. Oh, also we have lost our sponsor, Macho Motors, until further notice, but we do still have Rico Clothing and More, and we have All Access Hawaii, and we have some more in the works, but finding sponsors is a little harder than I anticipated. So anyway, we got another plan to maybe make it all work. But here's Quaranqueen from At the Kiffness, and this guy's a true musician, apparently displaced, and we might play 2 of his songs tonight. He's doing this, and it's good stuff. He's got 1 million views, so he's made some money off of this. Quaranqueen. This is good.
Ooh, yeah. I'm not wearing pants. I'm deprived. I've lost track of time and my life. Ooh, has no routine. My name's Colleen. I am the Quaranqueen.
All right, so that was Quaranqueen, a Dancing Queen parody by the Kiffness. And if you're on YouTube watching us, search this guy too, because the video is pretty funny as well.
When someone says like, I'm addicted to ping pong, you're just like, well, I don't know. I don't see you homeless in Chinatown waving around a paddle. You know? So.
Yeah, that's part of why we're not quite on top of our game tonight as I should be, because I got an invite to play ping pong and I took it. But
you don't have to feel bad about that.
Exercise.
Do not feel bad about that.
Okay.
Where do you go? Where does one go when a ping pong challenge is accepted?
Well, it was at a friend's house. I've got a table at my house set up. I can set up in the garage, but he had his table, which is a nicer one, the outdoor $600 version, set up at his house. But I was contemplating as a sponsor, these guys down there, they're by that Bob's Drive-In over there near on Dillingham.
Oh yeah.
And that's the hardcore place there. That's the real deal. And I wanted to get him as a sponsor because then I thought I could get some lessons and stuff. And then the older Chinese guy in there, he said, because then when I was playing there regularly, before the coronas, they were like talking about the tournament and summertime's coming up, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe they have an age for my category or whatever. And what did he say to me? He said, tournament, not for you.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, grasshopper.
He just knew, man.
Yeah.
He could sense your ping pong chi.
Yeah.
This man's ping pong vibe is off.
Right.
He's not in the tournament.
But I'm not going to let him make me believe that, and I will enter a tournament. And even if I lose, I'll still have fun.
That's how the Chinese teach.
Uh-huh.
With criticism and pain.
And discipline, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, they're just going to tell you, no, you can't enter the temple. You're too weak. They're going to make you walk that stairs every single day to get to ping pong center, right?
Yeah.
And then, one day when you're strong enough, they'll be like, all right, now it is time to enter.
Yes.
So.
Wait,
which reminds me of Balls of Fury. But anyway, okay, go ahead, baby.
So, ping pong tables, they're, or at least our version, is pretty thin, right? Mm-hmm. It seems very easy to break. But people always talk about breaking, like, pool tables. And those seem really thick. And, like, how do you break that? I know it's probably hollow in the middle because the balls travel. But, like, I just can't see that happening.
Well, here's the difference. Here's some of the difference is the ping pong table is about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch thick, but the pool table is made of slate, which is kind of like rock. So it could crack maybe easier. And then, I don't know, the ping pong table, I have seen those destroyed. If it's a cheap one, they're made out of particle board. And
No, I think it's like, I think pool tables get damaged, but they don't break.
okay.
I don't know if I mean, it would take something to break a pool table. Those are
they just body slam it. So
yeah, no, that's not a pool table. That's not a real. You know what that is? When people are slamming through those pool tables, what that is it's probably one of those, like, you go to Walmart and you get like a 3-in-1.
Oh yeah.
It's a foosball table and a pool table. Yeah. So because you ain't slamming through that. I mean, in fact, think about it. Even gigantic wrestlers, right? They don't have them crashing through anything solid, right? It's always that same table that they've kind of like half sawed a little thing in the middle, and then they just
crap just so it breaks.
You know what I mean? And then it's like 200-300-pound monsters landing on each other.
Yeah,
so,
special effects.
That I believe.
Yeah.
Well, now we have to go to commercials.
All right. We're back here on the Just Say Yo comedy show, and we're going to stress a little more of the comedy thing and a little less the hip hop. So let's play this one here. COVID-19 to Come On Eileen.
COVID-19, yeah, you're scary and mean. Gotta self-quarantine, cancel everything. COVID-19, you're all I've got on my screen. It's an introvert's dream to self-quarantine.
Okay, back on the air here, Just Say Yo comedy show. That was COVID-19 to Come On Eileen, which is pretty creative. COVID-19. Yeah, so that's how that sounds.
Yeah, I mean,
Who Wants to Live Forever? That was a great movie. What's it called?
Highlander.
Highlander, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
there
not
can
my
be
favorite.
only one.
Yeah, there can be only one.
It is the time of the quickening.
Yeah, the quickening. They're meeting in New York.
At the Prenki.
At the Quaranqueen.
Hey, that's pretty good.
All right, we're back on the air here, and I switched hats. So be sure to tune into YouTube. Search up Just Say Yo comedy show, so you can see our beautiful faces. And I do spend. I'm a bit of a fashion plate, and so you can see the results of some of my hard-earned money spent on various clothing items. Although Gitter was going to get into, he's on the right wing of this whole thing. Hey, yeah, open these places back up. I need a haircut. And you do too, Dano. Yes, Gitter, yes, I do. And maybe when, after we talk to Pistol Pete, we could get into fake news or not, because my fake news or not story involves one of our members here on the team, Litter Gitter Lou. And for those of you,
I thought it was about us. I was like, oh, he caught on. He knows.
he's our redneck. See, other radio shows and comedy shows, they have redneck news and they talk about these stories and on and on. But we have an actual redneck on our team. So
we went straight to the source.
Yeah, exactly. We've got a redneck right here as part of the team. So we're above.
How did they get their necks so red?
That's from being out in the sun, working a blue collar job. That's kind of hence the term redneck. Yeah.
But okay. I know they have the tan lines of the tank top.
Right.
And then their arms are red too, so they just don't put on sunscreen.
Well, I don't know.
Or it's because they're white.
Yeah, that has something to do with it. The Howley skin tone, depending on what type of Howley you are, I guess.
Because some of my classmates who are part white or whatever, they go into the sun and they're like, I burn, I turn red, and I'm like, haha.
Yeah, you either
I get darker, and if I didn't put on sunscreen, then I'll start peeling. So
you either tan up or you lobster up.
Yeah.
Or some people freckle up.
Yeah, you can freckle up. And my sister used to say a minute in the sun is a minute of skin damage, which is true.
I don't know. See, I feel like my peasant ancestors, you know what I mean, were probably working in fields or, fishing or something. So I think they're all pretty sun adapt. You know what I mean?
So like in Norway,
Mhm.
where you have fair skin and blonde hair,
Mhm.
there's not as much sun.
Mhm.
See
Yeah.
see what, you get further north, Dan, right? And
Yeah.
what happens is like during certain times of the year, there's just less sun,
Yes.
right? And what better way to see your friend in the dark than if he's white?
right.
It just helps out.
Yeah. That's for the friendly ghost.
It was just, how would you find your neighbor otherwise? They
The
didn't.
moonlight is enough, that's why all their buildings are dark and brown, so that you see your friend walking. You're like, there he is. Hi, Scott.
Exactly.
How you doing? You
Like,
don't need a
and you know what?
flashlight.
This is nature's way of saying, hey, it's a visibility thing, like that's why when you look at everybody's hands, everybody's hands are white.
Right.
There's no
millennium there. Mine's just sort of red.
That's so you can wave at people, right? It's just like, hey, can you imagine if like it's harder to see the darker you get.
So you said your sister is a minute in the sun is a minute of sun damage.
Skin damage, yeah.
Skin damage. I remember when I was small, although my tiny toddler brain might have been exaggerating everything, I saw a picture, and I knew they came over here for a little bit, and we ate at this fancy restaurant where they cooked right in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And so, like, I remember seeing a picture of her with me as a little kid, and it might have been the Flash, but she was like a vampire. It was like pale white.
Yeah.
And I was like, are all Minnesotans like that?
No.
But it might have been the Flash because the background was very dark. You couldn't really see anything. But I freaked out when I saw that. I was like, whoa.
But
that's not how I remember it.
To her, she was right, because we're not old, but we're not exactly young anymore. But she's very wrinkle free for her age, so there is something to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lotion, little moisturizing, and
plenty of moisturizing, and she's got beautiful skin. And if I go with a tank top, I have beautiful skin for a tattoo, I've been told.
Like, how a person will get bit by a radioactive spider and then they become Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Can you imagine if you took enough substances where you're like, all of a sudden you're blessed with the power to see demons?
and with the Batu, they do. They do see.
It's such a bummer.
So you said earlier in the show you had a power to channel dead people.
Oh.
So what were you into?
Well, that's inherited, though. See,
I get that? Do I unlock that at some age?
Talk to your mother. It's a possibility. She believes we have premonition powers.
I do have a lot of dreams that I see the exact thing later on.
Mm.
That has happened a lot.
There's something to that.
Like,
everybody has a little bit of that.
I'm like, I don't care. And I don't think about it.
Pistol Pete can see the sports results before and nail those down.
That's pretty amazing.
Everybody's got a little. He's having real technical difficulties. His phone he threw it, or I don't know what. so we're not going to hear from Pistol Pete.
He got it wrong. He got a wrong prediction then.
All right. Well, let's go to commercial break, and when we come back, we have Coronavirus Rhapsody. Ashley's going to like this song because this Bohemian Rhapsody is one of our favorites. And so this should be a good one. So we'll be back soon on the Just Say Yo Comedy Show, KPRP 650 AM, Pinoy Power Radio from Pioneer Plaza in beautiful downtown Honolulu, Hawaii. Yo. All right. So here we go. Coronavirus Rhapsody on the Just Say Yo Comedy Show.
For me, for me. So you think you can stop me and just shake my hand? So you think we can hang out and no break our plans? Oh, baby, can't do this with me, baby. Just gonna stay home with my fever.
All right. Coronavirus Rhapsody, InVoca music. So we got some new stuff and some fun stuff.
Raúl Irabién.
Raúl.
Irabién.
Okay.
Irabién.
I met somebody whose parents were shopping for an island for him.
For him?
For him?
For him.
What?
For
Okay.
Stanley.
No, not for Stan Lee. For this person.
So
who I won't identify.
The kid.
Yeah.
So some said person was in the market. Why did he want an island?
Just because he could, kind of thing, and you know, get away from it all.
Rob him.
And, yeah, he's the king of his island.
We're talking about villain type things, and once again, Island is definitely a step towards villainhood.
It sounds very James Bond.
Is he a Raúl?
Yeah.
He was not a Raúl.
What are you doing on that island? Why do you need your own island? What are you doing that you need your own island? Why do you need a volcano?
They hunt people for sport.
Oh my god!
That's exactly it. They're
But
either
could be something crazy like that.
The thing is, like, I saw this one dude, and he was on TikTok, and he said, "Okay, if you know that they like hunting you for sport, and you're in the middle of the forest, and they know the forest, and you're gonna get lost, and you know there's no chance. They, you know, after they're done counting, you stay right there, and you stare at them, and they're gonna be shocked.
Pretty scary.
And like you're gonna die anyway, but like." Go out with some pride, you know. Don't go out in fear.
That's the scariest hide and go seek I've heard of.
I think I like that. It's like if you just know your chances are up, you're like, let's be real, my cardio not so good, you know.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're just like, I'm just gonna take my chances here.
Like, I'm gonna trip over some log, or I'm probably gonna get freaked out by some frog or something. So
now this sounds like another sci-fi movie when in fact we're living a sci-fi movie currently.
Yeah, we're a chapter in a history book right now.
Yeah, a big chapter.
I'll say it's about like chapter 30.
Well, what part of the sci-fi movie are we in? We're at the part where the resources are getting a little scarce and people are getting a little touchy with each other and dodgy and. Yeah.
You know what? You because no movies are exactly like they have to have this thing happen. The bad thing has to happen. There's no movie if like 3 zombies get out and they're like, bam, bam, bam. Oh, we got all 3. Okay. Oh, that was close.
Right.
So
right.
And, you know, we're kind of to people's credit, we're kind of doing that in real life. You know, this thing got out there and it got some of us. It didn't get all of us.
And where the scientists are telling the government this is what happens, and the government isn't listening. I think that's how a lot of the sci-fi movies start.
Yeah. That's exactly how they start.
I think it'd be funny.
What was that?
Well, I think it'd be funny if you know how they recently opened bars in Wisconsin. I would love it if a zombie movie started in Wisconsin.
Right.
Oh yeah. You know, just
I saw someone. They're like me. There was like me waiting in the house for the first wave of after they let people out. To see how that goes.
I think at the end of the night at a lot of the bars, that is the start of the zombie movie.
Right.
After
it's Train of Busan.
After X number of kegs are empty and they're coming out of the bar. Okay. Back here on the Just Say Yo Comedy Show. And we've fallen apart a little bit. Do you have a fake news story, TK?
I do. It's not fake,
Ashley,
right? All of our stories are real. Dan, you can't. All of our stories are real.
I know.
But it's up to you and the listeners or each other for us to disseminate which one of us is lying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll start. My fake news story involves somebody on our show, our good friend Litter Gitter Lou. And for those of you who aren't regular listeners, Litter Gitter is like get her done, get her. He was a trash collector, a street sweeper guy, and that's his mission in life. And he wants to keep the cities and whatnot clean. And anyway, so Gitter was arrested recently again, and he was arrested for hanging loose. But apparently he was hanging a little too loose, and that he was naked.
Again.
Yes. Yeah, I take offense to that. I was just hanging loose, like they say when you're in Hawaii, you hang loose. Okay, get her, but I don't think they were referring to your genitals hanging loose. But the lady done said to get naked. No, she said just take it, get her. She didn't say get naked. Okay.
See, that's like a Freudian. That's like a Freudian slip on Gitter's part. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
exactly.
we know. You know, it's like
he wanted to hear that or something.
Exactly.
Right. And so Gitter got arrested for that for I don't know how many times, and so he might
indecent exposure.
Yeah, indecent exposure. Indecent exposure. That's what they done call it. Yep. I done got busted again, and 3 strikes and you're out, I think. So I might not be able to be on the show no more. And gosh darn it, I better keep my pants on. Okay. And what's your story, Ash?
Well, first thing, I hope Gitter doesn't have one of these slip up in front of children, because then that would be a real problem.
That would be a problem. Yes.
But so we have sassy goats break out and roam free in local streets. So
sassy.
There's like a huge pack of goats just running down the neighborhood.
Okay.
All right.
Sassy
So wait. So there was a place where there were lots of goats. Okay, that might be real.
Which reminds me of that one comedian, and he does the goat laugh thing, which is a very good bit.
That one?
Yeah.
All right. My fake real fake news story. All right. Actually has to do with our very own commander-in-chief president.
Oh,
that's right.
The leader of the free world.
That's right. In the news today that Trump, in a sign of solidarity with many of the states and the governors, has decided to reopen his very own resort of Mar-a-Lago. A very luxurious resort for only the wealthiest people on the planet, but under one stipulation: those guests must bring their own towels.
All right.
The
Trumpster.
Yep.
Okay. And so then we play a song, and when we come back, Dorco announces who the fake story was. Okay. All right. So, we got to pick a song. Here we go. Stayin' Inside, Coronavirus PG's parody. This is a good one.
Here we go. Stayin' Inside, Coronavirus BGs.
Oh, now it's alright, it's okay. You may look the other way. You can try to understand the coronavirus effect on me. Whether your brother, whether your mother, you're staying inside, staying inside. Feel the city breaking and everybody shaking. We're staying inside, staying inside. Ha, 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 ha. Staying inside, staying inside. Ha, 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 ha. Staying inside.
All right, so that was Stayin' Inside, BG's parody for the Corona.
Parody.
All right, so what we were supposed to do while the song was playing was, among ourselves, decide who the bull liar was. So raise your hand if you were.
Well, I wanna try to figure. I think clearly I know my story to be the truth, but I don't know. I'm very skeptical. As much as the goats sounds like just something that Ashley came up with in 2 seconds before this all started.
I'm very good at that.
I'm very doubtful that Litter Gitter's nudity is anything news to everybody. It's just like, again, it's like there's no news there. So that's my guess.
Okay.
What's your guess?
My guess is that the Donald story was the bull liar. So would the bull liar raise their hand so that Dorco can tell?
I don't get a guess.
You get a guess. But I'm going that the Donald story was the lie.
Okay, can I say my guess?
Yeah, go ahead with your
guess. What
guess.
if I'm the liar? Who knows? I could be I'm really good.
You're gonna
at
guess
making
yourself
things-
is the lie?
making things sound realistic very quickly.
That's true.
So raise your hand if you're the liar so that Dorco knows, because we were supposed to be discussing this while the song was playing, but instead we were discussing something else.
I think it's funny that we're discussing it now.
Like what's the matter? What's the point?
Okay.
It's the same thing.
So none of us is going to raise our hand? One of us has to be the liar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's you, Dan.
Oh, yeah. All right.
We'll announce it now.
Yeah, let's bring in Dorco here. Hey, how's everybody tonight on the Just Say Yo comedy show? I'm Dorco, and I'm gonna go with I'm gonna announce who the liar was, and the liar was Litter Getter Lou. You're no good, Litter Getter Lou. You're a sinner. You're a liar. I resent that entirely, Dorco. And since you're calling me a liar, I'm gonna bring out some truth about you. I know that your real name, for starters, isn't Dorco. I know it's Timmy, and I know that you're in school. You were Timmy the Troll. No, I wasn't. Don't reveal this story. Yes, you were. You were Timmy the Troll, and you used to get back at the people that bullied you by trolling them on the internet and making those bullies go, no, don't tell them. No, don't let the public know. My God. Oh, no.
Wow.
Joe, hot tea coming in line.
We just lost Dorco. Kidder, why did you do that? He doesn't call me a liar, so I had to tell the truth about him because he's more of a liar than me. And
but
he
were
used to
you
troll
lying?
those people, and his name ain't really Dorco, and it's Timmy the Troll. And, well, yeah, I mean, of course I
Man,
was lying because I'm
the
not even a
plot
real
thickens. I like that how even Dorco has another personality.
Well,
It branches like a tree.
I don't think too many parents would actually call their kid from birth Dorco, but
why would he name himself that?
Mm-hmm.
That's his nickname.
What if he's running from the FBI, and so he named himself something stupid. So they're like, he can't be a criminal mastermind.
Well, but he is. See, he's on the lam from the internet police for all of the trolling that he did, as the Gitter would say. So yeah. So he ran out the door of the studio, and he's on the lam now, even more than ever. We might not get him back next week.
Good.
Well, there you go. Well, the streak is broken, man. You know what?
But if we say T censor M BR censor DY's name, will he come back?
He might.
Will his senses activate?
He might. Should we chance the ending of the show by playing Because I Got High, and then Ashley can monitor the dub real close? Or should we?
I don't like that.
Oh, we'll see that for next week.
I like that. We like to live dangerously here on the show. Well, that's the thing. Hey, tune into the YouTube episode where you can hear all the unedited music we play.
You can. Yeah, you can hear any of the slips we've ever had. We've never had a slip.
What? Never in our entire show career.
Not one that they've been able to catch.
Have I ever even had to mute it 3 times?
Right.
Ever. Not even today, even though I did, but not even today. It was one of the songs.
Yeah. So let's close out the show with Judas Priest breaking the law, since Dorco is on the lam, and he was breaking the internet police laws of he's actually a cyber bully in retaliation for being bullied, and And Gitter dropped dime and was the snitch. So the two of them are at each other's throat. Yeah, he's the whistleblower. He's the Karen of the crew. And come back next week, and hopefully we'll have a full staff. I'm not sure what happened. We know the guy in Massachusetts was falling asleep and whatnot, and maybe we should have.
Oh,
we'll
hey,
have a
I can
special guest.
I can update you guys just real quick on the status. Blue, who wasn't here this week, hey, congrats to her. Her restaurant's open again, so she's working.
Oh yeah.
So,
She's working. Oh my
So,
God,
yeah,
that could be a problem.
So congrats to her. I mean, maybe not next week, but like I said, but this week
Oh,
she was definitely eager to get back.
So she was
back to
making
it.
real money. instead of this
Yeah.
nonsense, yeah.
So good time. So congrats to her.
Oh shoot. Hopefully she can readjust her schedule so she can be a part of the show.
But it's good that her restaurant is open.
Yeah.
We're happy for that.
Yeah.
And we're right at 9.
Come back next week, 7 to 9. Just say Yo Comedy Show. YouTube it up because we got the Zoom thing, and we'll have a special guest for sure next week. And thank you, Tony Karate. Thank you, Ashley Malia Production. Thank you, Dano Macho and friends. And that's it for this week. Okay, adios.